Hey everybody, just want to make a little video now about how I now view people, which leads to amazing, just lovely feelings towards everybody. I love everybody. I think everyone is like a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful being. We're a divine being in our essence. Beneath what we see with our eyes and beneath the personality we observe in other people and ourselves, we are a divine being. Come here to have an experience, okay? If you ever look at a child who hasn't been conditioned, just a young, very, very young toddler, you'll see they have an aliveness and an interest in life. They look at people innocently, trustingly. They're curious about life, things, people, animals, grass, sounds of the birds. Oh, look at the sky. They don't even know it's called the sky. And in other languages it's called different words. So they just look at what they see and it's like, oh, lovely. They live in a sense of wonder and awe, mystery, mysticism, wonderment. And we are like this. Adults are and still have this. They are this innocent, beautiful being of lightness, carefree like a child, carefree, light-hearted, innocent, pure. Just like a little robin redbreast or bird. They're non-tainted. But what happens in this human experience is we get to grow up in our family and our parents and siblings. We get to grow up in our society, our friends and our school. And what happens is we're taught stuff. We're told stuff. We're taught and told stuff about how life should be, how people should be, how everything should be. So then we have all these rules and regulations about how people and things should be. And then when people don't do this, we automatically exert a big righteous judgment on them. And we get upset and annoyed and angry and frustrated. Heavy. We're no longer living in awe and wonderment and appreciation and like, whoa, my God, like what is this? What? With an innate natural curiosity for people. It's like, wow, really? Wow. Oh, okay. Lately, I've just been thinking this is like, people are pure beings, but guess what? They've been covered over, they've been splashed with it, like a car passing by, big muddy puddle, splash. And here we are like, whoo, whoo, we get splashed by a big, hey babe. Sally, how you doing? I like your top. Sally-Ann! Babe, I'm just making a video about the muddiness. What do you think, babe? It's funny, isn't it? We're like lovely little things who've been splashed by a big muddy puddle. And we didn't do it, but we were splashed with it. It's a funny analogy, isn't it? Morning, love you. Nice birds today, isn't it? How are you? Crap. See it. Yeah, there's one cup of the Heal All tea if you want.
Yeah, okay, where?
It's in the pot.
Okay,
Bye. So you know, if ever anyone isn't really like kind and friendly and nice to me, which a lot of people are, but a lot of people aren't. Like, a lot of people in society are still like very unconscious. They're still like covered with a whole lot of mud, and they think that they are this muddy creature. They don't know and aware of the beauty beneath the mud. And they don't know that other people were and still are like beautiful little innocent, curious children. Innocent and pure. They just look at the mud and the egoic unconscious behaviour of other people, and they mistake this mud for like a mud person, like for who they are. They forget of the beautiful being, well, the truth of a life form, like a deathless life form of who we are, you know. They first of all don't even think about that. But second of all, they forget about the pureness of spirit, the pureness of spirit, and the innocence and beauty of a person, of each person. That was first there before all of the conditioning came in. They just see the conditioning and the behavior and they judge it quickly. They forget about the person beneath the mud. You can't blame someone for their conditioning because they didn't ask for the conditioning. Their family and neighborhood and friends and parents and society gave them a whole load of beliefs, thoughts and ideas that were very limiting and false. And everyone else is like unconscious too, more or less, to a large degree. So people become belligerent and heavy. They're no longer light and light-hearted and warm-hearted, like the way many people are, but not the majority yet. People aren't trusting like a child anymore, a young little baby child. So anyway, I don't bother, I don't get upset anymore with people, I don't get annoyed, I don't judge them, I don't hold resentment or bitterness towards them. I don't hold any sort of manipulative behaviour towards people to make them feel guilty or wrong. I just view people like children now, you know. Like, people overlook the behaviour of children to some degree because they just don't know, they're young, they don't really know, they're immature. But as an amazing being with so much potential, each one of us are at different levels of maturity. Like a seed, somewhere it's like the plant is growing a little bit out of the seed, and somewhere like a more mature, like an oak tree growing up a bit more mature, or like a flower unfolding its petals. We're at different levels of maturity, so we're all equal, we're all the same. But for some reason, we all have like certain different levels of expansion at the moment. So you don't start thinking that a child is like worse, or like not. You don't start judging a child because it's only okay at art, or reasonably okay. So I don't judge anyone for their unconscious behaviour. Jesus said, "Forgive them, for they know not what they do." Anthony de Mello says, "Awareness, awareness, awareness." So just to have like an understanding for people's unconscious behaviour on your own, and just to have like then just have compassion then and like inner peace towards it. Don't take it too seriously. Don't get offended too easily. So just have a peace, compassion, love, care, tender heart and affection. Want to help people, be their friend, not to be their enemy, not to try and hurt them. Don't get disturbed, just like don't get emotionally disturbed by other people's unconscious behaviour. It's fine, like let the child grow at their own rate. You can influence them a little bit and say something or two, maybe, you know, but you can't force somebody to grow. They do it naturally in their own time and with their own willingness to grow. And if they're not grown up enough for you, so to speak, you can just see them a little bit or not very often or whatever. But the important thing is you don't feel bad towards them, you don't feel an animosity towards them. So it's okay if they're like your family member and you do see them a bit more than what you might typically want with a stranger. The thing is, when you have a soft heart, when you melt your heart towards somebody, you feel inner peace then. You're not agitated or upset anymore because you understand them. You can think about the good qualities of them, like their pureness. You can remind them of this and try and help them to be more light-hearted and to see their own programming and programs. My idea for this topic really is one of is not to be upset by people. Don't get bothered by people anymore, ever. Like, don't get bothered in the slightest bit, or at least work towards this. Just you live in your joy and lightness and lightheartedness and playfulness and fun and enjoyment and celebration and gratitude. Don't let anybody take this away from you or stop you. And don't think you're better than anybody either. Be like a loving parent towards children. And know that you're like a child as well, like to certain immaturities. Don't really know what else to say. Alright, well, I'll leave it at that, okay? So just like, let's all just love each other through understanding. That's all. Pure and innocent and beautiful. We all are, so. See you next time. Thanks for watching, and feel welcome to share and subscribe. And leave your lovely, beautiful comments. Much love. Bye.